In a world that's constantly changing, there are moments when we feel as though time is slipping through our fingers. But it's in those very moments that we need to pay attention the most, because everything happening around us is shaping who we are and what comes next. The urgency of today's challenges cannot be ignored. Whether it's a social issue, a personal struggle, or a global crisis, we cannot afford to be passive. Now is the time to act, reflect, and push for change. Sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is bearing down on us all at once. The urgency of the situation is palpable, but we must remember that even in chaos, we have the power to make a difference, to shift the course of history with our choices and actions. There are moments when the world feels like it's spiraling out of control, and all we can do is watch. But in reality, we all have a voice, a responsibility to speak up, to feel the urgency and take action to make our feelings and thoughts heard. In this rapidly evolving world, the emotions we feel today might be the catalyst for the change of tomorrow. It's an urgent reminder that what we choose to engage with now will determine the future for all of us. Urgency is more than a feeling. It's a call to action. In the face of crisis, our emotions fuel the fire to do something about it. The question is, are we willing to step up and create the future we need? We're at a crossroads in history where current events are not just headlines. They are defining moments that will shape our lives, our feelings, and our society. The urgency to engage with these issues is now more critical than ever. The world may seem overwhelming, and the feelings of helplessness can be intense. But within that urgency is an opportunity for growth, understanding, and transformation. Every crisis offers us a chance to reevaluate what really matters. Current affairs are not just distant events happening in the background. They are an integral part of our everyday lives. We may feel disconnected, but the urgency of these moments calls on each of us to get involved and feel the pulse of what's happening around us. As we watch the world unfold in real time, the urgency to understand, empathize, and act becomes clearer. The feelings we experience today will shape how we approach tomorrow. It's not enough to just be aware. We must engage. In a world so filled with constant change and uncertainty, there are moments when the only thing we can do is stop, take a breath, and ask ourselves, how are we feeling and what can we do about it? The urgency of these questions calls for a deeper understanding. Urgency is a powerful emotion. It pushes us forward, makes us question, and drives us to take action in ways we never thought possible. The challenges of today demand that we listen to our feelings because they are the compass guiding us toward a better future. We are witnessing unprecedented times, and the urgency we feel is a reflection of the world around us. The emotions we are processing today are deeply intertwined with the decisions we make tomorrow. The moment to act is now. There's an undeniable urgency in the air, a feeling that time is running out for us to address the issues that matter most. But it's also a reminder that in every moment, we have the power to shift the course of events and change the trajectory of our future. The world's current state is a mirror of our collective feelings, hopes, and fears. What we're experiencing now, this urgency, is a reflection of the energy we've created. The time to act, to change, to heal is here. Urgency is not just a feeling, it's a force that compels us to pay attention, to confront the realities we've been avoiding, and to take meaningful action before it's too late. It's easy to get lost in the overwhelming flood of current events, but we must remember that behind every headline is a deeper emotional truth. The urgency to connect, understand, and act on what we're feeling is more important now than ever. The world is in flux, and our emotions are the compass guiding us through it. The urgency of the moment is an invitation to reflect, to act, and to take charge of our destiny, even when it feels uncertain. In times of crisis, we often feel overwhelmed by urgency, but that feeling is a call to action, urging us to look within and ask ourselves what role we will play in shaping the future. Today's urgency is tomorrow's memory. The decisions we make in the heat of this moment will echo throughout the years to come. We cannot afford to let our feelings of anxiety and doubt paralyze us. We must act. The current state of the world is overwhelming, but the urgency we feel is not a sign of defeat. It's a sign that change is possible, and we have the power to be the agents of that change.